All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live with another MAGGcast. That's right, we got MAGGcast tonight. It is 8:30 p.m. Well, it's actually not 8:30, it's 8:45. But hey, do I have a story to tell you? So, by the way, just so you guys know, listen, I don't lie to you guys when it comes to any like the hiccups or anything else that I have with the show. However, I will tell you this. So I'm setting up this stream. And I got everything ready. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. And it's like, there's a problem with the internet. And I'm like, what do you mean there's a problem with the internet? Tell you in a minute. Let me share this out to social media. Because I got nobody here right now. Thanks a lot, YouTube algorithm. Listen, we're going to talk about you tonight. You are in the crosshairs.
So why don't you make like
you
a
tree
tree
in the crosshairs.
and get out of here?
That's right. Let's go, Dustin Howard. We're here. All right, I'm going to share this out to the Twitterverse because, like I said, lately, YouTube, and I'll get into it, guys. I will get into it as to what's going on with the whole YouTube situation because now I have been made aware of what is happening. And boy, am I not happy about it. Neither are a lot of people. So we'll get into that in a moment. Here we go. We're going to share it to the Twitterverse. Maybe they can get a notification, for Christ's sake. All right. So I got a couple things I wanted to tell you guys. First things first. Look at all these people that just came in here. Onyx is in the house. Oh my God, Onyx. We're going to talk about the Buffalo Bills as well. Listen, man, the MAGGcast is all about gaming, but once in a while when things are going down, we are going to talk about it. All right? Like the Buffalo Bills. Holy mackerel. Top Gamer Pro has become a top tier maggot. Welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
That's right, Top Gamer Pro. You have just made it. Thank you so much, my friend. Greatly appreciated. Look at that. Just to start the show, he's already got the maggot goal up and running. Thank you, Top Gamer Pro. Listen, man. Top Gamer. If you're going to be playing any games in the next little while, you know where to find me. Top tier maggots I team up with them directly. Okay, so by the way, so let's get back into these things. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Look, we got Dizzy Delta in the house. Galveston is here. Destructo. We got Red Wolf Renegade. Oh, dude. Dude, don't even get me. Listen, later in the show, we're going to be talking about the YouTube situation, all right? Grandpa Barbecue Cat. Hey, you got a YouTube notification. Unbelievable. Thanks a lot, Google. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it, Google. You know what? I don't care what you guys do. I don't care what you do, Google, because you can't stop me. You know why?
Do not come.
That's what Google's saying.
Do not come.
That's what they're saying. But you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna come.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The mag is going to bust through that like a tank going through a rice paper house. There is no way that Google's going to stop me. There is no way on earth that an algorithm is going to stop me or silence me. Not a chance on earth is that going to happen. Never. I am never going to stop. I am never going to give up. And maybe they're fixing it, so maybe I don't have to bitch about it so much. Okay, so anyways, now that I got some people here, I got to tell you what happened. So I started the stream about 15 minutes late, right? And I'm setting up the stream and everything else. And like, I'm all new to this stuff, guys. Like, come on, man, give me a break. Bad Temper, what's up? Cyber Gunter. So I'm setting up the stream. And it's like, no internet. I'm like, what do you mean no internet? I just bought this beast of a PC. I bought a new monitor. I got the whole setup. I got gold tipped Ethernet cable, Cat 8, by the way. Best of the best and all that jazz, right? So I'm sitting there I'm like, what is going on? And then I walk upstairs and I realized, like an idiot, I unplugged the Ethernet connection because I was doing something with the router. I was screwing around with it for some reason, whatever. And I had unplugged it and I left it unplugged. So you know those calls that you get, like the IT guys, when the IT guys call and they're just like, and you're bitching to them like, my computer's not working. I don't understand what's happening. Blah, 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 blah. And then after the IT guy sits there and listen to your bullshit for like 10 minutes, then he goes, Sir, did you check to see if your PC is actually plugged in? That's me. That's me tonight. I am that guy. I am the guy. I am the guy. I am that guy. I am the reason why the IT guy has to ask if your PC is plugged in. My my Ethernet cable was not plugged in. Yeah, so I started about 50 minutes. Yeah, it's plugged in now. Hey, old J-Dog, what's up? Look at this. We got some faces in here. We got Leo in the house. Bad temper. Red Wolf, what are you talking about? Listen to him. He's like, that's not the only thing that's gold tipped, I bet. Hey, listen, man. If that thing down there is gold tipped, I wouldn't be doing YouTube. I'd be on OnlyFans. You know what I'm talking about? I know, Leo, yes. So Colt Eastwood was traveling back from LA, and he wasn't able to obviously make it back in time for the show. So he messaged me a couple hours before, and he's like, listen, I can't make it back in time or whatever. And I'm like, hey, no problem. And I'm like, at that point, I was just like, I'll probably just do a MAGGcast to fill the gap for the Monday night, because there really was nothing else going on. I mean, I know that the Jez was doing his show, the Gaming Grindhouse show, around the same time. He went 5 hours, apparently. Like, Jesus, dude. So anyways, whatever. So he had his show on. I'm like, I'll do a MAGGcast. Why not? And then push came to shove. I'm getting all this stuff ready and this and that, whatever. And then, no. I just couldn't. It was too late. It was like 9:50 by the time I got my shit together, and I'm like, I can't do this. So yeah, so I didn't get a chance to do that. But anyway, MAGGcast is back tonight. Anyways, what else was I gonna say? I had something else to say. Oh yeah, right. So last week people were talking about my camera. So like I said, this is all new tech, and I'm like, I'm trying to work through this, guys. So I'm doing the whole thing where it's just I'm working all through it. Trying to be all like, organic and growing and better. Speaking of which, by the way, I have new overlays coming in that are going to have like, starting soon animations and be right back whenever I have to go take a piss and all that shit, whatever. Right. So I'm working on all that stuff. So that should be here by next week. I'm also thinking about, because YouTube decided to shit themselves. I think I'm also going to be starting to do some co-streaming on Twitch as well to open up the market a little bit. So anyways, people are talking about my camera. They're like, dude, you're looking all right. You look great. Then all of a sudden you get blurry for like 0.1 second. Then you get fine again. Then you get blurry for 0.1 second. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I went to check the settings, and new emojis are coming as well. CyberGuns. Relax, man. I'm one guy. I'm trying to do it all. I'm just kidding. Of course, CyberGunter. New emojis are coming in as well. Everything. And actually, I added new stickers. The Discord is now finally up. That was my big project for the first week of September. We got the Discord up. We got all that jazz. The members only Discord. It's flying, man. Every time I go in there, there's 150 messages in there. Everybody's having a great time, great community and everything else, right? Anyways, it's been upgraded twice from Chip GM. Thank you to him for donating and upgrading the Discord. So now we got some new stickers in there, some new emojis in there, and I will be working on some more stuff. CyberCunter, relax guy. I'm never relaxed. The only time I'm hey, Top Gamer Pro, there you go. Spam the mag face. I know that sounds really, that sounds a little weird, but. So anyways, I went to go check the settings, and turns out that I had the camera. Well, it's not my fault. It was just the default setting. It has it on continuous autofocus. So because I'm such a psychopath on the microphone, and I'm always moving around and this and that. By the way, speaking about, boxes in the name. I'm always moving around so much, the camera couldn't keep up with me. So the camera kept like trying to autofocus because I'm constantly moving. Listen, man, I'm Italian. My hands are moving. My head's moving. You know what I'm saying? If you were trying to assassinate me on the grand stage, there's no way you could hit me. It's like I'm breakdancing in I'm breakdancing in the dark. I'm like this. I'm constantly moving. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I turned off the autofocus and everything seems to be fine now. So those are my tech problems for the week solved. New tech problems have arisen. I'm going to be figuring out how to dual stream on Twitch. It's not that the problem isn't dual stream on Twitch. That's actually easy. It's trying to figure out how to be able to see two chats at once without being too confusing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to look at all of that, whatever. Like when I do XNC, I got 3 screens going, right? However, I'm not talking the whole time. I'm not running the show, right? So Colt is running the show. He's talking, and then I'm back over here, and I'm going to be doing my thing, whatever, so I can look at one screen, the other screen when Colt is talking, check out the other stream, keep up with the chat, make sure the stream is good. But when you're doing this by yourself, I'm trying to like check all of the stuff, all the levels, everything else that's going on, the internet, blah 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 blah, and I'm trying to check all that by myself, and then on top of that, trying to read 2 different chats at once, dude. I need to be like a Hydra. Hail Hydra! I need to have like 3 heads. We got Captain Hank in the chat. He's saying, you're going to be playing Borderlands 4 at all. Dude, Borderlands 4 is my jam. I have been hyping up that game since January. I am so excited. If you actually watch my new, of course, YouTube told me this, by the way.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
That's right. That's what YouTube basically did to all our channels. So they shut off all the notifications. We're going to get into that a little bit later. So I did a cooking show this week, Munching with Mag. I released it on Monday morning. Sunday night for the members, by the way. Channel members got a day early, so they got to check it out. That's one of the one of the advantages and one of the perks for being a channel member. I will release big videos like that, like my actual videos. I will actually the channel members get them first, and then of course I release them to the public the next day. So, anyways, I released it on Monday, and it was my Munching with Mag Borderlands edition, right? And it's all about. I did it in honor of Borderlands and that psychopath that works that runs the company, Randy Pitchford, and of course the team at Gearbox. And so I dedicated the video to them. I thought it was a wonderful video. It's just the problem is I only got 300 views on it because this algorithm thing. So now you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about the algorithm thing right now. All right, we're gonna talk about it right now. I've had enough of this shit. Voyager 88 is in the house. Yeah, exactly. YouTube, you had one job. Fucking ass. Anyways, so here's what happened. A new CEO has come in, okay? And what they've done is that the new CEO of YouTube, I don't know what his fucking name is, and he went in there and they implemented a new AI. And the new AI, what it did is it tried to mimic human beings, which is always a big fucking mistake, okay? They tried to mimic human beings, and what they did is that they try to categorize what we watch and our channels, our own channels. Can you imagine this? Channels that we created, they're going in there and changing the settings on channels. So, for example, I'll just pick a name out of a hat here. How about, let's go with El Nini. I just picked him up right there. Cyber Gunter, thank you for the Italian flags in the chat. Italy won their World Cup qualifying game. By the way, World Cup is going to be here in Canada and the United States of America. And it's going to be also in Mexico City. But anyways, we'll get back to that too. So what happened on YouTube, what is this AI program went in and they see, okay, gaming, for example, right? So let's pick a name out of a hat. Brothers Grimm in the chat. YouTube is going crazy lately. Yeah, no shit. So Brothers Grimm, let's say you go to, like, he goes to his YouTube, whatever, his page, okay? Even if he's not a content creator, he just, has a subscription to YouTube, he's there, whatever, he goes to check it out. Go to your profile, and then what ends up happening is, you click on it, you go down to the settings and you look, and all of a sudden it'll show that restricted mode was turned on. I'm not saying you specifically, Brothers Grimm, I'm just saying in general. So I'm just pulling out a name out of a hat. So what the AI algorithm said, oh, well, gaming is for kids. So this guy, Mag Show, has a gaming channel. It must be for kids. So we're going to put it on in a restricted mode because, children watch that. Even though every single video that I release, there's an option that says, is this made for kids? I always put no. And then what I did is I went into the permanent settings and changed it to permanently no. It's for adults because, let's face it, our demographic is about 25 to 60 years old for, watching this kind of content. So anyway, so that's what happened. So what it was doing is going in there, not asking my fucking permission, just going in there and changing the settings to restricted, not only just for me, but for you, the viewer. So a lot of people don't even know that this has happened to them. All they know is that a lot of people's videos aren't showing up. And let's face it, a lot of people are subscribed to a lot of people. Like I'm subscribed to at least 100 people, right? Try and keep up with who's releasing a video and who didn't release a video and all that kind of shit. How can you keep up? Yo, Ricky, what's up, dude? Oh, pop out, Chad. Yes, thank you, Ricky. Thank you. Appreciate that. I will do that. See, no, Captain Hank, it's not everybody. It's not everybody. Yo, Jay Slayer, word up. YouTube premium subs did get changed, so you have to check on that too, because some of the stuff were changed, and anyway, it drove me nuts. So, yo, Ish was good. So anyway, what happened was this. So a lot of people's things were changed. So I asked somebody who was on a restricted mode. It showed that the last video I released was July. They're not getting any notifications. They're not getting anything. So it's showing up as July was the last time I read. And the thing is, like I said, if you got like 100 subs out there, like a bunch of different channels you watch and this and that, how are you going to keep up with who released a video and who didn't? Unless it's someone really close to you or you really religiously watch that person, right? Like, for example, if I have some of the bigger channels, like the multi-million sub channels that I watch, like Red Letter Media is one of them, Nerdrotic is another one. And if all of a sudden I don't see a video from them for 2 days, I'm like, yo, where's my Nerdrotic Nooner or whatever, right? Because they're talking about Hollywood shit and this and that. And so, like, I want to see all that stuff and see what's going on or whatever. Or I get Red Letter Media that do a lot of great reviews. They're a fantastic channel. Mr. Plinkett, like, come on, man, he's hilarious. So that's what I'm talking about. So all of a sudden, the thing is, though, you get a smaller channel like mine that, let's say, you don't pay attention to as much, unless you, like, absolutely love my content. All of a sudden, a lot of people just drop off. They're like, oh, well, I guess that mag's not making videos anymore or whatever. That's what they did. And so now a lot of our channels, our viewership has dropped up to 70%. And it happened literally the week that they implemented the new AI. So there you go. And it's not everyone, Jay Slayer. It's ridiculous. It like picked and choose depending on the videos you watch. So, for example, if you watched even just 1 second of Minecraft, this is an example that was sent to me. If you watched 1 second of Minecraft, like gameplay, all right, you clicked on it by accident, it's automatically going to assume that you have a child's account and put you on a restricted mode. What are we talking about here?
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
What are we talking about here right now? So what I've been trying to push so hard for, I've been yo, Leo, you're from Argentina? Greetings from Argentina. Greetings from Canada, my friend. I look forward to seeing you in the World Cup, my friend. I have 2 teams in the World Cup next year. I have Canada, of course, and I've got Italia, who won yesterday against Israel 5-4 in the qualifying match. There was a fight after the game, too. Wouldn't be a proper game of footy without a scrap. So anyways, I've been pushing really hard for this YouTube thing. I've been going on to Twitter, talking to people, trying to inform people of what's happening, get people to check their things and say, hey, and it's not just for me. It's not to be like, oh, boo-hoo, I only got 300 views instead of 500 or whatever. It's not just for me. It's for everybody. Because I know, like, even like XNC, I could speak for Colt. XNC numbers went down. Everybody else's, I'm not going to name everybody else because it's not nice. Even though they're my friends, I'm just saying, I'm just not going to do that. A lot of other people's channels out there got screwed as well. Right? And as a result of that, there you go. You know what I mean? All the numbers are down. I'm looking at it, I'm going, my God, look at this. 200 viewers on a channel that normally gets 600-700? What is going on? And then I looked into it and found out what was going on. So anyways, yeah, so I've been really pushing hard on Twitter, getting the awareness out there, getting things out there, people talking to people, releasing little videos while I'm doing my cardio. You know what I mean? And like just say, hey, let's defeat this. However, the bigger channels, I can tell you this, the bigger YouTube channels have gone out there, they made videos, Nerdrotic being one of them, Red Letter Media being another one. A couple of other big channels have gone out there and saying, yo, fix it. Because we're not talking about a couple of $100. For those big channels, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars. Hello, Portal Player. What's up, dude? Chris Malone's in the house. El Nini, you're from Seattle. Listen, Colt Eastwood lives near Seattle somewhere. I'm gonna send you his address, and I'm gonna send you $5 on PayPal, maybe $10 on PayPal. I need you to go buy a carton of eggs, and I need you to egg his house. And then I want you to spray on his front lawn. Mag says hello. Meat puppet. What's going on? All right. Anyways, Truth Serum. There you go. Thank you. Look at it. What does he say? Thanks, YouTube. Never could find a join button on my iPhone. Yeah, see? What is this all about? Madness, these guys. Anyways, I could go on about the YouTube thing all friggin' night, but I don't want to because, you know what? We're here to talk about games. Let's talk about some games. I mean, we can talk about whatever the fuck we want. It's a MAGGcast. MAGGcast, we talk about whatever we want. You want to talk about World Cup? You want to talk about how the Buffalo Bills came back and slaughtered the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday? Losing 40-25 and 25,000 people left the stadium? They left the stadium because they didn't have faith in the Bills Mafia? And the Bills came back. They missed 3 2-point conversions. Can you imagine that? And then all of a sudden marched down the field. And then you got Henry, king running back, absolutely crushing the Bills all night. What does he do? He fumbles. Bills recover. They get the ball back. They drive down the field 2 more times. The magic arm of Josh Allen. And I bet you 25,000 of those frauds trying to get back into the stadium. I'm glad they didn't get back in the stadium. I'm glad. I hope that they had diarrhea on the way home too. Because when you're a Bills Mafia, you're Bills Mafia for life. And you have to be there for all of it. I was there for 4 Super Bowl losses. And it never wavered my fandom. Never once. Okay, maybe there was a couple of years in in the aughts. In the 2008 to 2010, I was kind of like, ugh. But still. And Buffalo came back with 0 seconds on the clock, scored, kicked a field goal, won the game 41-40. So we talked about that on MAGGcast tonight, see? That's right, Meat Puppet. 41-year-old. Oh, Fuzzy Tomato, you have no idea, man. You have no idea. You have no idea. I'm always happy to see the Ravens lose. Always happy. Oh, it makes me so happy. We got Grandpa Barbecue Game Cat. He's sending 1 gifted membership. Who got it? Who's the lucky son of a gun who got it? It was Truth Serum. Ladies and gentlemen, it was Truth Serum. He just got himself a gifted membership. Enjoy the privileges, my friend. And
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
That's right. Welcome to hell, baby. You are now a maggot. You are officially You're officially a maggot, my friend. El Nini Forza Italia, truly. Thank you very much for that, Grandpa Barbecue Game Cat. Greatly appreciated. That's the only thing that's going to keep us rolling forward. Support from the community, support from people. That's the only way. Because YouTube and Google has certainly shown that they don't give a rat's fucking ass about us. Not realizing, very much like the government, that they don't realize that the only reason why they're there is because of us. Corporations, same thing. All these corporations, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, without us, you don't got billions. Piss us off more. Piss us off more. See what happens. Look what's happening to France. They're going to burn that fucking country to the ground. The people are going to start... they're looking to out that Macron guy. And don't... Listen, man. People can make fun of the French all the time. Like, oh, the French, they always, they always surrender this and that. The French burn down their own fucking cities when they're pissed. Just go back and watch the French Revolution. They'll cut your head off on a guillotine. They don't play games over there. That's what we should be doing with these corporations. Never mind just YouTube and everybody else. Anyways, let's get back to the gaming talk. So I want to talk about very briefly because Matt G, what's up, dude? I want to talk about Silksong. So there's a lot of people out there. Listen, I didn't get to play it yet. Okay, I got too much on the go. Yes, I have Game Pass. Yes, it's downloaded. I haven't touched it. Why? Matt G, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I didn't get to it yet because out of the generosity of this community, as last week I was crying like a little baby about it, I was like, I really want to play Kronos, which we'll talk about later. I really want to play Kronos, but I just can't justify paying for it right now because it's like there's so many games out there. There's already so many games I've already bought. And I'm like, that's this is crazy. It's just too much. You know what I mean? It's too much going on.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
We got a $4.99 super chat from Dustin Howard. Thank you so much, my friend. And he says, should I pre-order the $70, $100, $125 US version of Borderlands 4 or wait for reviews? I've only beaten Borderlands 2, played some of 3. I enjoyed PvE. Okay, Dustin Howard, you know what I would do, my friend? Thank you very much, by the way, for the $5 super chat. I greatly appreciate that.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Honestly, as a huge Borderlands fan, I just bought the $70 version. That's it. That's the base, just the base game. That's it. That's all I had to do. Listen, Gearbox is not going to let this game fail. Okay, they're not going to let this game fail. They're not. It's not going to happen. Because even if it comes out a little bit shoddy on day one, let's say, okay? Let's say it comes out a little shoddy on day one, and there's going to be a bit of a problem. They're going to fix it fast. This is a huge franchise. This is not some like independent project where they'll be like, we'll get to it when we get to it. This is Take-Two's premier title of the year. It was supposed to be, excuse me, I got hiccups. Supposed to be GTA 6. But GTA 6 obviously got pushed to May. So Borderlands just became, they also had Mafia, but Mafia was still always considered to be a little bit smaller of a series because, look, they only charged $50 for it. You know what I mean? So then, therefore, Take-Two's biggest premier game of the year is now Borderlands 4. Do you think they're going to fuck that up? Not a chance. Not a chance. I know that Pitchford is already in hot water again. This guy, my God, this guy. But apparently he's been talking lately about the performance issues with PCs, and people are freaking out. They're like, and I'm like, did you hear what he said? He's saying if you have a 2000 series PC, you may struggle. The fuck? That's last generation. That's like having an Xbox One. Of course you're going to struggle. He didn't say you need 5090s to make the game run. 78 Inc., what's up, dude? So he was talking about that, and he was talking about the lower end of the 3000 series as well. Like, he was talking about PC specifically, if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about. You know, because I'm like I'm a PC Magster race guy now. You know how it is. Bobby Hawk, what's up, dude? So, anyways, they're not going to mess it up. Oh, what the hell, Danny Passion? You come in, you leave, that's it? You just use me, you abuse me, you made love to me, and then you didn't even stay to cuddle. That's it. You went right back in the Uber and left me home alone to call my girlfriends and cry about how you don't treat me well. Okay. I see how it is. Danny Passion.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
That's right. That's right, Danny. That's right. All right, Danny. I'll see you later, man. And listen, man, for all the jokes aside here, Danny Passion is the entire reason why I have all my new setup and everything else and all the fancy new equipment and everything else. That man spent hours with me the infamous night, I'll call it Black Tuesday, when I did my MAGGcast about 3 weeks ago and the entire system crashed. I was outside of the house. I swear to God, listen, man, I don't lie to you guys. Okay, I'll tell you the truth. Always do. Authenticity is the currency of the future, and that's how the Mag Show is always going to be. I was outside and I had tears in my eyes because I thought it was over. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm so embarrassed. I can't do this anymore. I don't have whatever else, and I just couldn't do it. That man talked me off the ledge, and not only did he talk me off the ledge, he reached out to me and we talked for hours about what to buy, what to invest in, what new equipment I need for the show, and everything else like that to get it up to the standards that I need to get it to. So it's all him. Thank you, Danny Passion. I will never forget that. And when I hit 100,000 subs one day and I got that fancy plaque and we're going to have a big special show, we're going to open a bottle of Dom Perignon right here. Fuck Dom Perignon. We're going to get a bottle of Cristal. We're going to open it right here and have that shiny plaque of 100,000 subscribers. I owe it all to Danny Passion. To answer your question, Dustin Howard, I would actually just wait for Borderlands and just get the standard edition. That's all I get. And then what I do is down the line, because you play the game for like 100 hours, 150 hours. Maggie, I'll get to you in 1 second, buddy. And then what I do is, they release the whole, the season pass, whatever the hell you want to call it. Right? So they release the whole season pass, whatever, and then always you just wait for like Black Friday or a spring sale, and then they always put the season pass for half price. That's where the mag jumps in, and I buy the whole season pass, and then it's like I have a whole brand new game because they give you like 4 separate stories that take at least 10 hours to play. So I put in another 40, 50 hours, sometimes 60 hours in the DLC, and guess what? I got a brand new Borderlands game. You know that meme of young Eddie Murphy? Is it Eddie Murphy? It looks like Eddie Murphy. He was going like this, tapping on his head. That's me. That's what I do. So basically, I create one Borderlands game into 2. So I turn it into 2 because I love the series so much that, and of course, I get all the achievements and I get all the trophies. So Borderlands 3, for example, I got 2,000 out of 2,000 achievements. I played it on Xbox. Borderlands 4, I will be playing on PS5 Pro. I go back and forth. You know how you guys know how it goes. That's right, Dustin. They put a ton of DLC out there. So anyways, what I do is I just buy the base game. I don't need anything stupid. What skin? Oh, you need this fancy new skin. You get this and that. What the fuck out of here. What for? I can't even see my character. It's first person. It's like you buy Art the Clown for Call of Duty. What the fuck are you seeing? You know what I mean? You're seeing hands. Gives a shit. Anyway, that's the way I look at it. So anyways, yeah. Anyways, let's get back to Silksong. I hope that answered your question. The longest Super Chat answer in the history of Super Chat answers. That went on for 10 minutes. Maritime Mafia's in the house. What's up, buddy? Virtual Studios is remaking games, yes. Yes. I did a video about it. Of course you didn't see it because YouTube fucked my algorithm.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Thanks a lot, Google. I appreciate it. Arrow Nation's in the house. What's up, dude? We're going to talk about Kronos a little bit later. That young gentleman right there was one of the reasons why I got the game too. So Matt G is saying, why does Gearbox always link the loot key box? The loot box keys linked to Discord or to Amazon Prime for the special keys? Because they're all in cahoots with each other, my friend. They're all in cahoots with each other. They're all there to make cash, bro. They don't give a shit about anything else. They're making cash and they all do it together. Why do you think this YouTube thing happened as well? I'm not going to get back into that. But like, they're also making deals with Fox News. They're making deals with the NFL and all that shit. So the CEO, being a complete scumbag, he's looking at the small picture, not the big picture. He's looking at the small picture, short-term gains. That's what these CEOs do. Trust me, I know a bunch of those douchebags, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They got in there because they know somebody. Trust me, I know. Because I deal with them every single day. Even some of them at Microsoft. When you hear things, when people say to me like, "Oh, Mag, where do you get this news from?" Because I speak to the people who own the companies. Not much anymore. I backed away from the corporate scene, folks. But we'll talk about that another time. However, anyways, I still talk to people. I have tons of connections and people I talk to all the time. So that's why they do that, brother. They do that because they want you to go on Amazon, Discord, and everything else. It makes them all money in the end. Simon the Pie Man is in the house. Ghostbusters 1984 is in the house. Alex is in the house. Holy shit, everybody's just jumping in here. Fantastic. Get up and fight, maggots. We got to fight the algorithm. We got to fight the AI. We got to defeat Google.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
That's right, gentlemen. We are in the trenches already. We got to do this. Let's get back to Silksong. No, I did not forget the topic. I didn't forget the topic. We're talking about Silksong. So I didn't play Silksong yet. Will I ever get to it? Probably at some point. But with the cadence of game releases that are coming out between now and possibly like the year I retire, with the amount of games that are coming out, I don't even know if I'm going to get to that game anytime soon. It might be next summer for all I know. But probably not, because I'll be playing GTA 6. Hopefully. Phantom Thief's in the house. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't even know. So, and the other thing I'm hearing a lot of complaints. Now, I told you guys last week on MAGGcast, I was telling you about how Dreamcast guy did his little review because he played, can you imagine this? 8.5 hours on the first day the game launched. You maniac. Mind you, I don't even think he has a job. I think this is his job. So, I mean, if that's his job, then, well, shit. I guess if gaming was my job, I could play every fucking game on Earth, wouldn't I? But I can't do that right now. I'd love to do that. I would love to do that for a living. Down here in the studio? Well, it's not a studio. It's an arcade that I built. Took me years to build this arcade. I got to hold off on buying more. you know, things get tight, man. You know, you go through the struggle once in a while, things get tight. So I can't be spending any money on silly. If I brought home another cabinet, I would literally get Chef Trouble will literally divorce me live on the air while we're playing Borderlands 4. She'll wait till there's lots of people watching and then instantly divorce me right there. So anyways, Silksong. So Dreamcast guy played it the first day. He defeated about 10 bosses, and he was already at the game for like 8.5 hours, right? And then he was going on to say that he heard from some other people that there's upwards of 40 bosses. Yeah, I know, Brothers Grimm, not everybody likes it, but I watch him because he plays games faster than anybody I know. So when I want information from anything, I do go to check it out to see what he's got to say, because that guy not only gets the game, I don't think he sleeps, and I think he just like by noon the next day, he's already finished the bloody game. You know? So sometimes I tune in, right? So anyways, he was talking about it, and he says there's upwards of like 40 bosses in Silksong. Now, I'm sure not all 40 bosses are, you know, part of the main storyline. It's probably part of the end game as well. Like if you want to get that platinum, or you want to get that 1,000 out of 1,000 on Xbox, whatever, right? So that's probably part of it too. But that's a lot. So people are out there bitching about Silksong, saying it's too long, it's too big. Now, I do have a bit of a thing with Metroidvania style games where if the maps are too big, I start to get pissed off too. Even though if I like the game, it's like, I see, you know how like they got the map and it starts off like a little strip, like you press the map button, you see the little strip, and as you progress, it starts growing kind of like it looks like an ant colony or like a spider web as it grows bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm like, all right, whatever. But then all of a sudden you're like, gee, dude, all of a sudden you're like, bro, can we calm the fuck down with the map? Like, this is getting ridiculous. It just keeps going and going and going and going. Yo, Oates, what's up? Oates, we were talking about the Buffalo Bills earlier, man. Go Bills Mafia. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate the support. Truly. I truly do. So, anyways, apparently I was going to say Brothers Grimm because I was staring at his name. Apparently, Silksong is just like endless. And that's not a bad thing. That means that for $20, you definitely got your money's worth. That's fantastic. But for someone like me who's not like super into those style games, the Metroidvania style games, that sounds like torture to me. I just finished a Metroidvania style game, 2 of them actually, in this summer. I played the Prince of Persia one, loved it. And you know why I loved it? It wasn't that big of a game. Like 8 hours or 10 hours, whatever the hell it was. I was done the game, and the map was big, but it wasn't insane. Brothers Grimm. It's all that methadone. Sorry, that made me laugh, man. You derailed me as soon as I saw that shit. That was funny. So that's one of the complaints that are going on right now, that the game is too bloody big. I think that's a silly complaint. That's a first world problem complaint, in my opinion, because if you're paying $20 and you love those style games, you're getting your money's worth and then some and then some and then some. You'll find new stuff for weeks and months after the release. I think that's a great thing if you're a fan of those games. For someone who's kind of like wishy-washy like me, that sounds like a nightmare. But like I said, I got so many other games, I don't even know if I'm going to get to it just yet. However, anyways, let's get back to the other stuff. Like, for example, I was talking about Prince of Persia. Played it, loved it, finished it, great, moved on. There was another one that I played. I can't remember the name of it. It's an independent one, and it was fantastic. I gave it a 9.5 out of 10, and I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. When the credits rolled, I was in tears. And I even reached out to the developer, who did not return my message, by the way. I was pissed about that. And telling him about how wonderful his game was. Do you guys remember the one I'm talking about? Someone in the chat will remember. It's the African one. The African game. It was a Metroidvania game. Takes place in Africa. Sort of. There's like a prince, and then his father passed away, and like he's... yes, that's it. Thank you, Phantom Thief. Tales of Kinzara Zhao. What a fantastic game. I gave that a 9.5 out of 10. That game was magnificent. And it was it was the chef's kiss perfect size game. It wasn't like 1,000 hours. The map wasn't ridiculous. They gave you as most Metroidvania games are.
Welcome to hell.
Hey, Captain Hank is now a magnificent maggot. Welcome to the club, my friend. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
Welcome to hell, Captain Hank, and welcome to the rank of the maggots. Greatly appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. As you can see, the maggot goal is growing. It's wonderful to see. So anyhow, Tales of Kinzara, fantastic Metroidvania style game. They give you the upgrades incrementally, right? It's like, oh, you can't reach that area because you haven't unlocked the double jump or whatever the hell it is, right? And then of course, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour later, 2 hours later, you get that double jump. You're like, oh, I remember there was a treasure up there, and then you go back up to that part of the map. They had some fast travel areas, as most Metroidvania games do. And then you just double jump, and there you go. But the map was smaller and reasonable. And I could get into a game like that because, like I said, that is not my wheelhouse. It's not my exact kind of game. So when you look at Silksong, that sounds so intimidating. So insanely intimidating to me that I'm like, 40 bosses. Dude, even if I didn't have a job, I still wouldn't have time to get to that. That's insanity. Especially with everything that's coming up over the next little while. My God, Borderlands in a few days. We'll talk about Borderlands shortly. Ghostbusters, Little Nightmares 3. I just finished Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition. Just got released as a special gift to the people who pre-ordered Little Nightmares 3. By the way, if you pre-order Borderlands 4, even if you don't buy the deluxe edition or whatever else, if you just pre-order the game, they give you the extra Vault Hunter right there.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
We got Dave Merrifield with a £5 super chat, proper money, and he's saying, "Hi, Mag, hope all is well." Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is. I greatly appreciate it. Yes,
Get
everything
in there
is
and
wonderful,
fight,
David
maggot.
Merrifield. Thank you so much from across the pond. You shouldn't even be asking me if everything is well. I'm hoping everything is well over in the UK. God forbid you put up a St. George cross anywhere. Holy shit, here come the cops. That's a story for another day. Matt G's asking, the Rogue Prince of Persia game, are you going to play? No, there was another one that they released. I don't have time to get to it. Like I said, the Avalanche has already started, and I just can't get to it. We had Helldivers, we had Gears. Now we got Borderlands in 2 days. And then that's going to basically monopolize the rest of September. We've got Ninja Gaiden in there for Game Pass. We got Ghost of Yotei. We got Battlefield 6. And I prepaid for all of that. I bought it all ahead of time before my wife could see the credit card bill. So anyways, that's what people are bitching about. They're bitching about Silksong being too long. And for me, by hearing these reports, I'm terrified. I don't think I could ever get to that. David Merrifield, once again, thank you so much. Top Gamer Pro, spamming the mag face in the chat. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
That's what I want to see. Spam the mag face. Sounds like a sexual move, but whatever. It is what it's going to be. Yeah, I know. Outer Worlds, Call of Duty. Holy shit, man. It's endless. Yes, Borderlands 4 is crossplay across the board, buddy. You're from London, no flags where I live. Yeah. Get on it there. Get on it, Ghostbusters. You can do it. Anyways, the other thing they're bitching about Silksong is they're bitching about the difficulty. I can also kind of get that. Like, I can kind of get that too. Because if it's too hard, it gets frustrating. So now you've got two things that, like I said, these sound like first world problems, okay? So let's not get it twisted. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just saying that these are things that are going to keep me away from the game. Brother Scrim, thank you. You know what I mean? These are going to keep me away from the game. The difficulty's ramped up and it's way too long. Christ, that sounds like a recipe for a disaster for me personally. I don't think I can handle that. And like I said, I don't have the time. What time? You'd have to turn every 24-hour day. I'd have to get like that time turner that Hermione has in like Harry Potter. In The Prisoner of Azkaban, she has the time turner. She can go back. So I could play like Dreamcast guy. I could play the game for 8.5 hours. Then I go back and take Hermione's time turner, that Dumbledore gave her. Turn it back. 3 notches should do it, Hermione. Turn it back 3 notches. And then I can go back and play another 8.5 hours of Silksong in the same day. That's the only way I could be able to do that. That's the only way I could do it. Ion Storm is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. My brother from the UK is here.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Good evening, Ion Storm. How you doing, brother? Jesus Rodriguez, what's up? How you doing, my friend?
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
That's right. Welcome to hell, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Terminator 2D, No Fate looks cool as well, yeah. But like I said, there's a lot going on, man, so I can't get to it. So anyway, these are the things that people are bitching about. I don't think it's a problem for people who are actually like playing the game and enjoying the game or whatever else. Fantastic. Put in 100 hours if you like. You know, there's people that I know put in like 150 hours in a Returnal. I couldn't even put 15 minutes in a Returnal. Not my style of game. Neo's in the house. What's up, dude? So I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't even play Returnal. I played it for 50 minutes, but some people say that it's the game of the generation for them, and that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I will never disagree with anybody's personal feelings about, about how they feel about a certain game. It's like a movie. You could say like this is the greatest movie ever. You could say this is the shittiest movie ever. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to be like, hey man, it's your opinion, your choice, and I'm glad you're happy at the end of the day, right? But Returnal was not for me. Silksong doesn't seem like it's going to be here for me. It's not, it's not going to be for me. Now, let's get into something that is for me. Kronos, the New Dawn. Holy shit, where did this game come from? And Bloober Team, what can I say? Absolutely unbelievable. What a game. And for a person who's a survival horror nut like myself, the game is wonderful. Captain Hank, the one game that I absolutely loved, but most people online crapped all over, Crackdown 3.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
I know, that's what most people said to me when I say that. I thought Crackdown 3 was so much fun. It was such a silly game and it was ridiculous. But I loved it. I loved it. Anyways, Kronos, the New Dawn. I'm working on my marinated review, by the way, folks. The marinated review for Kronos, the New Dawn should be out by Thursday. I'm working on it right now. I don't do scripts. But what I do is when I'm doing like a review or something like that, or even doing like, actually even when I did when I do my cooking shows, I actually don't even write anything down. I just do it all right from the noodle. Matt G, the trophies are not easy to unlock. I mean, they're easy to unlock up to a point, but then there's all kinds of horse shit that you have to deal with after. Like, for example, with Kronos, multiple endings. If there is something that pisses me off more in games, is fucking multiple endings. Stop with that.
So why don't you make like a tree?
Stop.
And get out of here.
No, we don't want that. I don't want that. I hate that shit. Give me one proper ending to a game. It's like, what do you go watch the new Mission Impossible movie and Tom Cruise has got 5 endings? No. By the way, I watched it last night. I really liked it. I know some people didn't like it. They're like, I didn't like it that much, this and that. Anyway, I watched it last night. It was fantastic. I thought it was a great movie. Anyways, the point is, you don't have 5 endings in the friggin' movie. You don't watch the new Conjuring and it's like, press B if you want to see ending A. What the fuck? Give me one ending. Anyway, that's just my personal opinion. That might be controversial for some people because some people are like, oh, I like going, the multiple endings, this and that. Get the fuck out of here. Even Resident Evil barely gives you different endings. They make you run through the game several times. It's my favorite series of all time. But the reason why is because they give you incremental upgrades, and then you could ramp up the difficulty, and then of course you can do the speed runs and everything else and more time, and then it unlocks different areas. But generally, the ending is the same, generally speaking. You know what I'm saying? But this multiple ending shit, fuck off with that. So I looked at the trophy list, and I'm about halfway through the trophy list. But I'm not gonna get it. I'm not getting the platinum. I'm not going back to play the game. That's the other thing, by the way. I'm not gonna do my review here on the show, but I'm just gonna tell you about like a couple of little knickknacks. The game is hard as balls. but I'm enjoying that it's hard as balls. No, I didn't say I didn't say I enjoy hard balls. That's not what I said. Unless you want to clip me. Where's Astro Cyborg? Why didn't he clip that? Anyways, what I'm thinking is this. Is that it's hard, but it's manageable. You know what I'm saying? So what you have to do is you have to have a little bit of a game plan. So like, let's say you got a save point, right? And you're like, okay, I got a save point over here, and I got to go get this like, whatever, this anti-gravity attachment for my suit. It's all the way over here. By the way, the game is very much like a Resident Evil style / Dead Space game. Wonderfully paced. The story's kind of weird. I'm still trying to figure out what's happening, but it's not really about the story. It's not really about the story. I mean, the story's cool, but like to me, it's all about the management of my resources, like my bullets and my, you know, my health packs and all that shit. And then, of course, deciding which enemies I'm going to kill and not kill, because you can't just go out there guns blazing and just start, you know what I mean? It's not Chicago on a Saturday night. You can't have two guns out firing in all directions. You know what I mean? It's like you have to be careful. You have to be like, all right, oh, there's a red canister here. Let me see if I could drag those two idiots around the corner, get them right in front. Well, you guys have seen me play it. And so, you get them near the canister, shoot the canister, blow it up, and then you can blow up two guys at once with one bullet. You got to do things like that. You got to be smart. And you got to think about it. And then you got to think about your next run. You're like, all right, I got to go down there, get the anti-gravity suit, go pull this lever, go do this, come back to the save room, save my game. And there's some times where you're running to that save room, and there's like a tentacle reaching out just as the door's closing. And you're like, whew. So when you're a survival horror fan, god damn, is this game ever hot. I love it. And I gotta tell you, Bloober, 2 hits in a row. Street, what's up, dude? Street's in the house. He's wondering if they ever do Gear 6 with which ending will be canon. I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. I know some stuff about Gears E-Day, which I will not spoil for anybody. Yes, Iron Storm. I have to agree. I'm not one to boast. I'm not one to brag, but I can tell you this: when it comes to survival horror, I'm a fucking beast. But this game, I will not go for the platinum for it because I'm not going to do the multiple endings thing. I don't like that shit. I don't mind going back and replaying it on hard. And I don't mean me on hard. I mean the game on hard. But you know what I'm saying? I'll go back and play the game on hard difficulty. I don't mind doing that. But I don't think I'm going to go in there and be like, oh, well, I'm only going to pick up these 4 collectibles because it unlocks Judy's ending or some horse shit. Get out of here with that. Let me play the game on hard. Let me play the game on... I said it again. Let me play the game on insane difficulty. I don't care. I don't mind doing those runs. Okay? I don't mind doing that. But I'm not going to go back and specifically not pick up specific collectibles because it's tied to someone's story. And if you pick up the wrong collectible, it unlocks a different ending. What are we talking about here? No.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
I'm not doing it. Top Gamer Pro is spamming the living Christ out of the emojis. Well done, my friend. Greatly appreciated that. Thank you for becoming a member, my friend. Top Gamer Pro and I talk almost every single night. Oh, and that's the other thing, by the way, Phantom Thief, just to let you know, Kronos does not have a difficulty to start. You just start. You go in there, you start playing this game, and that's it. I'm sitting there going, the fuck? Like, do I get like an easy mode? Do I get like infinite ammo so I can do like a hard run or this and that? I don't even know yet. Haven't finished the game. I will be finishing it on the channel. I'm approaching the hospital, so I'm on the second last level, and then I'll stream the last bit of the game so everybody can see what's going on there. But and people have been enjoying the Kronos streams a lot because a lot of people are on the fence about it, right? So there's like, well, and I actually post about that on Twitter, and I'm like, listen, man, if you guys aren't sure about the game or you want to check it out, come check out my stream. You can watch the gameplay right there. You can see if you want to play it or not. And actually, a couple of people have reached out to me saying, yo, I bought it because I really enjoyed it. I see Ion Storm is enjoying the game. That's the other thing, 78 Inc. There's no dodge button in that, so you gotta kind of figure out how to
fight, maggot.
You got to figure out how to jump around and like kind of time, like, because those dudes got the big arms and shit, and they come swing down and go ba-boom and slam them into the ground. So you have to wait, and then kind of, you know, turn in one direction and click the sprint, and you kind of dive over, not dive, but like you kind of run over to the different direction because they really telegraph their attacks and they slam into the ground. So there's no dodge. So you can't just stand there like a Mama Luke and just sit there with your gun because they will just come at you and crush you. 2 hits and you're dead. Even with an upgraded suit, 3 hits and you're dead. That's it.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
You know what I mean? So it's difficult. It's not an easy game. It takes a lot of time and patience, but it's so worth it. And it's not unachievable. There were some areas where I got a little bit lost, but that was just me being an idiot because I literally walked past the thing I was supposed to grab like 18,000 times, and then I turned over and I'm like, oh, they're the bolt cutters, you stupid moron. Me being the stupid moron, not the developers. So anyways, that's that. I love the game. But if you guys want my full review on the game, you'll have to tune in Thursday. Marinated Reviews with Mag will be out Thursday, and I'll talk about it then. Then you guys can see what you guys think about it. But it's not quite Dark Souls, Aero Nation. Not quite Dark Souls. No, it's not like that. Yes, Ghostbusters. Remember, everybody, if you're playing the game, pet the cat. Meat Puppet drops a $2 US Super Chat. He says, so, what you're saying is Mag... Oh, yeah, I prefer to have my own heart so I don't have to buy those pills, but you know how it is. I don't know.
Do not come.
There we go. He says he likes it hard. I'll give you this clip for you.
I'm gonna come.
And we got another $2. We got another. Thank you so much, Meat Puppet. We got another $2 super chat from Danny Passion, officially saying nothing lasts forever. You see, I'm back. See, just like Brokeback Mountain, you just couldn't quit me.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
You just couldn't quit me. Thank you, Danny Patch, and I appreciate it, man. And Meat Pup and everybody who's donated so far to the channel, I really appreciate it. And you know what the thing is? At the end of the day, Captain Hank is like, this is why I subscribe. Dude, you don't know what I'm gonna say at any moment. Mark, I know. Sometimes it sounds like I'm saying something else. But you know what I might actually do? I might start implementing some more sound clips from Full Metal Jacket. Because he says maggot a lot, right? Bullshit, you look like 200 pounds of chewed bubblegum, maggot! Yeah, so I might use some of those. Hero Nation. So anyways, that's my thoughts on Kronos. Kronos is a fantastic game. I'm really enjoying it, and I gotta say, congratulations once again to Bloober Team for absolutely knocking out 2 games in a row out of the park. There are other games, I played all of them, okay? Mostly because of Xbox Game Pass. Let's face it, okay? Let's not lie to ourselves, guys. Let's not lie to ourselves. Because The Medium, Blair Witch, those games were in there. I played them because they were in Game Pass, but I probably wouldn't have bought them. I probably would have been like, well, it's in Game Pass, so I'll play it. So that's why I did. And they weren't great. I know some people really like them, and they're like, yeah, they're good and whatever. They were okay. For me, they were okay. They were mediocre games. Mid, as the kids would say, right? But I gotta say, Silent Hill 2 Remake, amazing game. And this game, Kronos, The New Dawn, is fantastic. I love it. It's funny, actually, Kronos is not that scary of a game. Like, I never really found Dead Space scary. There were a couple of areas in Dead Space where I got a couple of jump scares and this and that. But, like, nothing crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing like I'm not screaming like I wasn't Silent. Like, I'm playing Silent Hill 2. When I was playing it on my channel, I was shitting my pants. Thank you, Brothers Grimm. I appreciate that. All of you. I appreciate all of you. Iron Storm just said the same thing. He said, make sure you guys go check and see that your restricted mode is turned off on YouTube. Iron Storm, before you showed up in the chat while you were power napping, while you were power napping, I actually talked about it for about a good 20 minutes about what's going on with YouTube. If you want to know what's... listen, I'm not going to repeat it because everybody's already heard it. But if you want to go back and listen to what I found out really what it's all about. Ion Storm, after the stream or tomorrow, go back to the beginning of the stream and then check it out again. And then you'll get the full explanation. Brothers Grimm, thank you for saying that. Hit that like button, everybody. It really helps out. I mean, it did help out until Google decided to shit itself. But it's okay. It still helps out anyway. I know, Top Gamer, listen, man. Look what he said. He goes, my restricted mode is always off. Yeah, that's what everybody else thought, too. But then a bunch of people, literally millions of people, went in and checked and found that the restricted mode was automatically turned on by a fucking AI program. Get out of here with that.
So why don't you make like a tree?
Not you, Top Gamer.
And get out of here.
I'm talking about Google and the CEO of YouTube. What are you doing implementing an AI and you don't know what it is? And you don't think Skynet's going to happen? You don't think Skynet's going to happen? You don't think they're going to decide one day, just like James Cameron said 40 friggin' years ago? You don't think that that's going to happen? That is going to happen because they're making decisions for us. And they're doing the same thing on YouTube. Oh, Neo, it definitely, Silent Hill 2 definitely has scary moments. Matt G, I did not see what you typed. Type it in again, brother. The chat is moving actually a lot quicker now. I just finished the water. You know what that means, folks? It means alcohol is on the way. Don't blame me. Blame my heritage. Anyways. So we talked about Silksong tonight. We talked about YouTube, shit in the bed. We talked about Kronos.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
We're going to talk about a few other things. We're going to talk about Borderlands in there. And we got 78 Inc. has dropped a $10 US Super Chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Greatly appreciate all your support. Has been unprecedented. He says, I still think the Medium was still a good game. It was a good game. It just wasn't, for me, it wasn't great. Bloober Team has come a long way
fight,
and are a legit horror developing company. Yes, they are. You know what they are to me? Bloober has turned into the new Blumhouse for Hollywood. You know how Blumhouse has like literally took over horror from 2018 and on, and basically all these horror movies are coming out of Blumhouse? Bloober is turning into the new Blumhouse for the video game industry, and I can't be happier that they're doing this because horror is my jam. Movies are doing in Hollywood right now. What are the number one movies? Horror movies. The number one movies that are absolutely crushing. The Fantastic Four can't do shit. Superman can't do shit. The Conjuring got almost a $200 million opening weekend. That is unbelievable. Weapons was the number one movie in Hollywood for 3 weeks straight. Do you know how that makes me feel as a horror fan? Keep it coming. I can't wait for Terrifier 4. It's not till next year sometime. I think the end of next year. I don't know. I'm not really 100% sure. New Line Cinema is also working on a new Nightmare on Elm Street, by the way. I talked to a couple of people in Hollywood. New Nightmare on Elm Street is on the way. And there's a small rumor that it might actually still have Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. And we got David Merrifield in the chat, drops another £2 super chat. Proper British money. And he's saying night from Donegal, Iceland. Thank you so much, my friend. Greatly appreciated. Greetings from Canada. It is so heartwarming to see people from all over the world tuning in, not only for like this show, but for XNC or even my channel or like even the videos and like from all these different places in the world. I absolutely love it. I love seeing it, you know, when so many people are saying, oh, the world is falling apart and this and that or whatever. Fuck that. Go to the gaming community and talk to the gaming community. We're from all over the world and we're all chit-chatting and playing games together and having a great time. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So again, once again, 78 Inc., thank you for all your support. Thank you for the five membership bomb you sent last week. Sorry, my bad. That was on the Stream of Doom. Sorry, that was a few weeks ago. That was the one I was talking about earlier that crashed my entire system. And then, you know what? Actually, it's 78 Inc.'s fault. 78 Inc. is the one who crashed my entire system because he sent a 5-membership bomb, and then all of a sudden the stream died. So we, ladies and gentlemen, I actually fully endorse that we blame 78 Inc.
So why don't
He's
you
the
make like
reason
a
why it
tree
happened. That's right. Not me
get
and
outta
my
here.
shitty equipment. Has nothing to do with that. You see, if I was the government, that's what the government would say. It's not us. It's them. And David Merrifield again, thank you so much. Good night, my friend, from Donegal, Ireland. Sorry, Ireland, my good, from Iceland. That is so awesome. I love that. 78 Inc. is there you go. You know what? Honestly, 78, I probably would have been closing in on about 4,000 subs if it were maybe like 3,500 to 4,000 subs, because that's the trajectory that was happening. Then this algorithm kicked in and everything came to a grinding halt. All of it came to a grinding halt because of this fucking algorithm. I have a video. I wish I had my phone on me because it's charging upstairs. Actually, that's a good excuse because I got to go up and get my phone. That's also an excuse because that's where the alcohol is. So maybe I should go do that right now. Why don't you guys give me 20 seconds so I can run off and go grab myself a beer.
Welcome to hell.
I decided to not go for beer. I'm going to have a cherry vodka to start.
Welcome to hell.
Oh, and while I was gone for 10 seconds, there's 78 Inc. Unbelievable, my friend. Dude, you are such a huge supporter of this channel. I can't thank you enough. My goodness. It is mind-boggling. I can't believe it. He has just sent a 5-membership chat, my 5-membership bomb to the channel, and our lucky recipients are A-Bomb. A-Bomb, have you been skulking in the background and not participating in the chat? I see you now.
Welcome to hell.
And we got Brian Kirby in the house. We got Fuzzy Tomato. Who else got it? It says 3 here. Oh, there it is. We got Charles M. and Dr. Funkenstein. My God, dude, that is like literally.
Welcome to hell.
Why are you not talking, Dr. Funkenstein? That's fantastic. You got one of the greatest names in YouTube, and you're not even talking. What are we talking
So why
about?
don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
What are we talking about? You should be in here chit-chatting, Dr. Funkenstein. That's a great name for a band. Listen, man, if I'm doing a 70s funk band, I'm naming it Dr. Funkenstein. Again, 78 Inc., thank you for the 5-membership bomb. I really appreciate
Welcome
that,
to
my friend.
hell.
And then, of course, we've got Captain Hank is sending another gifted member. X Music has just received it. My God, thank you guys so much. And congratulations to everybody who's now part of the Legion of Mag. You guys are all maggots, in my opinion.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
That's it. The army's growing, ladies and gentlemen. The army's growing. We got more to
Get in
do.
there and fight,
Because
maggot!
now we got to defeat the AI. You know how hard that's going to be? Because one day they're going to try and blow us up, and we got to stop them. And the only way to stop them is doing that right here on this channel. I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. Thank you guys so much for the generosity, man. It really warms my heart. Oh, there you go, Matt G. You were talking about a Conquer remaster for Switch 2 and Steam Deck. Yes, I heard something about it. I mean, if it's going to be a remaster, I'm not interested. What I'm thinking, if it's a remaster, no. It's got to be a remake. If you're gonna redo a game that old, you got to remake it. That's what I think. Ghostbusters, can you not do that to me? God damn it. Fuck's sake, man. Now he made me look. Did you guys see what he wrote in the chat? Ghostbusters writes, Mags, who's that behind you? Come on, don't do that to me, man. I've seen enough movies, all right? Listen, I love horror movies. I have like 25 horror TV shirts. TV shirts, Jesus Christ. T-shirts of all like the different like slashers and all that shit. I've got Art the Clown, and I even got like Hannibal Lecter shirts and all kinds of shit from all like the slasher movies. But I'm also scared shitless of them too. Cutler. We need a Pimp My Ride remaster. Yes. You know what I would like to see on Xbox? Speaking of which, you know what I want to see remade? Arrow Nation, stop it. You guys are going to scare the shit out of me. We're going to have to do a Halloween special one night. I'm going to be so scared. I'm going to have candles in the room and stuff. Put a little jack-o'-lantern behind me. That'd be fun. Now you got me looking behind me. Look. Now you got me looking behind me. God damn it. See, this is why I own cats. This is why I own cats. I have 2 Sphinx cats. Have you seen those things? They're like 2 gray giant ball sacks walking around my house. Okay. Whew. You get that alcohol shiver. Woo! It's like as soon as that alcohol hits your veins. Just like that. Slap it in there, baby. Let's go. You know, Frank Sinatra said it once when he said, I feel sorry for people who don't drink. He says, because when they wake up, that's the best they're going to feel all day. Cheers to Frank. Frank, love you, buddy. So anyways, yeah, Iron Stormy saying, do a late Halloween special with Requiem. Except Requiem comes out during Valentine's Day. Ghostbusters. So, anyways, what are we talking about? We got derailed a little bit here. We were talking about stuff that's coming up. We talked about all the current things that are happening this week. We talked about Silksong, YouTube, Kronos. A couple of other knickknacks. Borderlands. Borderlands is the big one. Let's get onto it.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Matt G's got a $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much. U.S. super chat, my friend. I have to keep saying U.S. because I'm from Canada. What does Pragmata come out? When does Pragmata come out? What the hell is Pragmata? I don't know what Pragmata is. Someone gonna help me out in the chat here? Are you talking about Pragmata? I'm not really sure. Someone's gonna have to look that up for me. I don't have a second screen tonight. I mean, I have a yeah, Pragmata. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I got you, Matt G. He's saying, what is Pragmata? When does Pragmata come out? By Capcom. Oh my goodness, yes. The one with the little girl and shit, right? Where she's on top of the dude there, like I don't know. I would think, okay, well, seeing they've got Resident Evil Requiem in the first half of the year, so we're talking February, my guess would be you're going to stay away from Grand Theft Auto, obviously. I would think late 2026, so let's say somewhere around Halloween. That's my guess. I would say Halloween. They did say 2026, that's correct. The chat is correct. However, release cadence, like I said, you gotta think about what's going on here. You've got Resident Evil Requiem, which is their game. And then a couple of months later, I mean, you've got a bunch of other games in there. You got 007 in March, whatever. I'm not going to get into all that shit. But you look at it, and then you got Grand Theft Auto going in right before the summertime. So you're going to go nowhere near that. That's like the grenade that someone someone tossed, and nobody wants to jump on it. Everybody's like, yeah, dude, just let the shit blow up. I don't give a fuck. Don't go near it. So then what they're going to do is Capcom's going to have, like I said, Pragmata, another big game. And then what they're going to do is they're going to have to buy themselves some time. Summer's a shit time to release a game. All right, generally speaking. Not always, but like generally speaking, it's not a great time to release a game. So therefore, if you're going to have to get into that September, October area, you're going to want to avoid Call of Duty. I don't care what anybody says, including myself, who bitch about Call of Duty every year, being fucking ridiculous with the thongs and the this and the and the cartoons and the King of the Hills and you know what I mean? Beavis and Butthead and God knows what else is happening. You know, next year it's going to be the fucking Smurfs. We're going to have Smurfette running around with an M4 carbine machine gun. You know, she kills somebody. She goes, that was Smurfing great. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter. Call of Duty still makes billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. And now, of course, there's the talk about, what's it called? Insomniac doing the old switcheroo with Venom and Wolverine. Looks like Wolverine was actually finished first. I reported originally that Venom was going to come first, then Wolverine, but it looks like it's going to be the other way around. Because Wolverine's production was actually coming to a close faster than Venom is. Things happen. Things change. What are you going to do? So anyways, I would think that between September and October would be your best time to release Pragmata. I hope that answers your question. That makes the absolute most sense. Anything else other than that is madness. Because like I said, you want to avoid those. And let's also not forget that that Xbox has got Fable somewhere up their sleeves or up their ass, depending on which you think it is, you know, because there's rumors it might still go up to 2027. Will piss me right off. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. I'm not going to make any judgments on any of that yet. But listen, Fable's going to be a huge game for Xbox, Microsoft, whatever you want to call it. Because everybody's going to get it. I think it's going to sell 5 million copies on PlayStation, just to be honest. Never mind what it's going to do on Xbox and
fight, maggot.
PC. Oh, God. Alex has already got his copy of Borderlands 4, Black Ops 7, and Battlefield 6. Dude, Alex, when they come out, hit me up. You'll find me online, man. I'll be on Xbox for Call of Duty. I'll be on Battlefield and Borderlands on PlayStation, but it doesn't really make a difference because they're all cross-platform, so it's all good. We got Captain Hank in the chat dropping a $4.99 super chat. He's saying, my first Resident Evil game completion was Village, and I'm trying to play them all. Is Resident Evil 6 really that bad? Yes, but it's not that bad. It's still playable. It's still playable. It's still playable. Like, I'm playing it with my wife. You could do co-op with it and stuff. It's fun. It's fun for what it is. It's just not as, like, when you play those other games.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Right? When you play, like, the Resident Evil 2 remake, which I just got the platinum on, because I've already played them all on Xbox, okay? So what I did now is I've already done them all on Xbox. I rebought them all on sale on the PlayStation 5 Pro, and now I'm replaying them all. You ready for this, folks? You want to hear what psychoticness is? I got the platinum on Resident Evil 2 remake. I got the platinum on Resident Evil 3 remake. I got the platinum on Resident Evil 4 remake. I got the platinum on Resident Evil 5. I got the platinum on Resident Evil 7 and the platinum on Resident Evil 8. I got 6 platinums in 1 year, all in the Resident Evil games. The only one I don't have the platinum for yet is Resident Evil 6 because I haven't finished it. But I will finish it. It's a silly game, but it's still worth playing just for fun. You can get it for super cheap right now anyway. So, Captain Hank, I hope that answers your question. Village is one of my favorites, but my all-time favorite, I have to think, is actually Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is possibly one of the greatest Resident Evil games they've ever made. Absolutely unbelievable. Thank you so much, Captain Hank. And we've got Matt G is dropping another $4.99, and he's saying, when does the new game from Warframe creator release?
Welcome to hell.
I'm not really sure. It could be a while, my friend, because what I'm thinking is it probably. I don't want to say just yet because I don't think that's fair, but I would have to say somewhere around the range of 2026 or 27 would be my guess. See, some people in the chat are even talking about it, are even saying that in Ghostbusters, even saying if they don't cancel it. Soulframe is what Phantom Thief is talking about there. Alex, we'll talk about the Tokyo Game Show momentarily, but yes, Matt G, I'm going to answer his question here. Yeah, I haven't heard much about it. There's a bunch of stuff going on, but like not really 100% sure as to when this is coming out exactly, and I haven't heard any deals about it because it's really like they're popular games, but they're not huge games. Right? And so a lot of the games that I deal with and a lot of people I talk to or whatever are working on those much bigger titles and whatever. So I haven't heard anything. However, do me a favor. If you want, Matt G, hit me up anytime. You could DM me and I'll see if I can find out some information for you, all right? Like I said, my DMs are open for anybody who wants to ask me questions and talk to me and whatever and this and that. So don't be shy to hit me up personally, Matt G, and I will find out some information for you. And we got 78 Inc. dropping another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. He goes, what do you expect we'll get from the return of a crane? Oh, my God. It's been about 21 years since we got something from them. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't even realize that the claim was coming back in its entirety. I would imagine, okay, 78 Inc., to answer your question, I would imagine that we're thinking AA.
Welcome to hell.
I think there's going to be remakes, remasters to build up some cash, build up some capital. That's what I would do. If I'm running the studio, this is what I would do. If I'm running Acclaim, this is what I'm going to do. I say, listen, we're sitting on a plethora of IP, okay? You know, kind of like Rare, Microsoft.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
So, you know, so like Acclaim is sitting on games. What they can do, go back into that back catalog, look at their IP, see what's salvageable in terms of, like, I know 21 years is a long time, but like see if there's anything that they can have that they could utilize the bones for. They have like the specs for, so they could sit there and say, okay, you know what, we got something that we can work with and we can remake this series or remake this game or whatever, right? And then from there, what they can do, okay, what they can do from there is then they can say, okay, let's do a remake of whatever, and then start building up from their IPs. That's what I would do. And then start building up some capital. Once you start building up capital, then you can work on a new project. It also does two things. It also gets more interest in the product, right? So, for example, when you see some of these other companies do like a remaster or whatever, like for example, like Microsoft did Oblivion, and Oblivion was a huge hit. Yes, a lot of people played it in the past, obviously, but you know what it did? It opened the door to a lot of new players, so that when they announced Elder Scrolls 6, they're like, well, if you really liked Oblivion, you know, Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out. It's going to blow the doors off of everything or whatever else, and that's what gets you excited and interested in the ecosystem, and that's how you, and of course the software itself. That's how you do it. Anyways, to answer your question, 78 Inc., I hope I did. I would say that my guess is that they're going to stick with AA games because Acclaim games were never really AAA. I mean, did AAA really even exist until like the PS3, Xbox 360 generation? Maybe PS2 and original Xbox. No, I'm going to go back. I'm going to backtrack my statement. PS2, Xbox original had all of those things. Because, you know, Halo was a AAA game. God of War original series was a AAA game. You know. But the thing is, what they did do, and they're starting to do again, by the way, which I'm super happy about, is that they're also starting to surround themselves with AA games that actually bolster up the library of games that you can get out there. Like, for example, for every God of War that you got on PS2, there was another platformer called Pandemonium. One of my favorite platforming games of all time. Absolutely adored it. Right? So it's all right there. So, you know, that's what I expect for them. As for specific titles, 78 Inc., I'm not 100% sure. I can't say. Because I don't know. If I don't know, I mean, we could always venture guesses. Anybody in the chat want to throw out some guesses out there? I'd be happy to see that and see what people have to say. But we'll find out. So Captain Hank, Matt G, and 78 Inc., thank you so much for your questions. I hope I answered them specifically for you and in detail. And if I didn't, hit me up privately. You can DM me anytime. And holy shit, Aero Nation has done the impossible, ladies and gentlemen. Aero Nation has dropped a 10 bomb of memberships. Holy macaroni, holy cannoli.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Unbelievable.
So why
I
don't you
don't
make like
even
a
know
tree?
what to do. I don't even know what to press.
hell, motherfucker!
I don't even know what to press anymore. Unbelievable, Aero Nation. Thank you so much, man. Guys, the support is beyond belief. I can't understand how this all happened. I just got out there and started doing my thing, and everybody got in there, and I'm just like, all the support has been absolutely incredible, and it's, like I said, it's so heartwarming. And I gotta tell you, man, I've been really down in the dumps over the last little while. Privately, I haven't really said much. I mean, I've been bitching about YouTube, but I haven't been talking about it. But like, watching my content cut down to 70%. You know what happened today? I released a video. That's what we're gonna talk about next, by the way. I want to talk about
fight, maggot.
I want to talk about WB Games. But after I address Aero Nation here first. I released a new video about WB Games. I released a new video about WB Games' new live service game. I used to get 500 to 1,000 to 5,000 to 6,000, 7,000 views on a video. On average, about 1,000. I got 59 fucking views since the algorithm happened. Can you imagine that? My Munching with Mag video got 300 views. That's cut in half. I spoke to a shitload. Noisy Mofo, what's up, buddy? I spoke to a shitload of content creators out there. And they all said the same thing, that their content, their money, their views, and everything has been cut in half. So when I see something like this, like all you guys tonight sending all this love and support, this all goes back into the show. All of it. I don't sit there and pocket money and go, yeah, bro, and just walk away. No. Where do you think the PC came from? The PC came from the member channel, the members. The memberships. That's what I used to buy the PC. I bought the new monitor from the members. Super Chats paid for my new keyboard. My new camera. Last week, the community, Arrow Nation being one of them, bought me Kronos, A New Dawn. And that's why I'm playing it. That's why I'm doing a review on it. That's the only, all of it goes right back into this to make this better for everybody. And I know I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I'm really not. I'm being dead serious. I'm putting it all into here to make this the best possible product I could possibly put out there. You know what I'm saying? So now I want to congratulate everybody. The Ruham, Panther Blue, Austin T, Destructo, Mike Johnson, JC, Randoms. We got Michael, the Rexecutioner. That's a great name. We got Snake, Jordan Brown, all of you. Congratulations on becoming maggots.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Congratulations on becoming part of the Legion of Mag. I really appreciate all your
Get in there
support.
and fight, maggot!
Every single one of you guys. Absolutely amazing. And we got another $5 super chat from Matt G saying Acclaim needs to bring back Vex and aggressive inline. Oh my God, dude. Those are some names from the past. Matt G is lighting up this super chat tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely incredible. Someone told him to go home, but he said...
Do not come.
They said, say, no, Matt G, go home.
Do not come.
But you know what he said?
I'm gonna come.
That's right, Matt G is coming. And he's in the house. He don't need no Cialis.
Oh.
He don't need Viagra. Matt G, hard as a rock, crushing this. Yo, K-Rock, what's up, dude? 80 Storms in the house. Infernal Earth, I didn't even see you guys, man. I didn't even see you guys in the chat. Like, you know what? Listen, this is a first world problem here, okay? Usually I only have like 20 people in these chats. Sorry, I just bumped the camera. We only have like 20 people in these chats, 25, but we've doubled that and more. And so the chat is actually moving a little faster than I'm expected. So it's kind of fun. It's fun to see. So if I missed your name, please don't take it personal. Grandpa Barbecue, you still here? That's amazing. I thought, like, usually you come in now because you got to work and stuff. Because, you know, like, it's Tuesday for everybody else in the world. But in Australia, it's next Sunday. It's actually 2026 in Australia right now, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you know. Yeah. So we're all living in the past, and Australia is living in the future. Walking around talking about alpacas and fuckwits and whatever else they're doing down there. Shooting kookaburras with boomerangs. We got Garden of the Blessed in the house. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? I'm glad to see everybody's joining the wonderful chat today. It's been absolutely magnificent. Magnificent. Thank you guys all for the wonderful comments in the chat. Street, he's asking me if I'm ever going to bring on guests. Yes. Yes, I will. Actually, you know what's funny? So Colt, yo, GM, what's up? So Colt says to me, GM, you always show up to this chat naked. Otherwise.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Listen, man, Banana Boy tried to do that with no shirt on, and then he got hit from YouTube, so he had to put on the banana suit, right? You know what I'm thinking about? GM, thank you so much, man. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I'm going to buy one of those giant condom suits. And then I'm just going to do that. Cut the hole out, like right in the front. I mean, I don't wear condoms. Condoms are for sailors. Actually, I got a vasectomy, so it doesn't matter anyway. Hey, Brandon Christensen, what's up? Oh, the boy was on the family account. Well, you should ground him immediately, Brandon Christensen. That's ridiculous. Neo's asking in the chat, he goes, do you have Twitch also or no? Actually, I was talking about that at the beginning of the show. I will be going on to Twitch. Yes, I will be doing that to attempt to battle this YouTube algorithm that has fucked everybody over. Not everybody, but a lot of people. Ion Storm said the same thing. He was just in his chat. He says some of his, he goes, it slapped his channel as well. Less than 100 views on his last 2 videos before it was over 500. You see what I'm talking about? You don't have to be a monster creator. You don't need to be, what the hell's his name? Not Crazy Joe. What the fuck is that guy's name? Angry Joe. Crazy Joe. Crazy Joe Davola. So, you know what I mean? Like Angry Joe, you don't have to be like 4.6 million subscribers. You could have 50. You could have 2,000. You could have 10,000, 100,000, whatever. They're all getting hit by this, and we're all getting hit in different increments depending on how many subscribers we have, right? For example, I'm at 2.44 thousand subscribers. And if you actually, when I went to my analytics to go look at it, you could see the block, and then just fucking stopped for like whatever. Since the algorithm changed, literally on that day, I think I've gotten like 3 new subscribers. Maybe 4. That is insane. It completely stopped. And like I said, views and everything else went way down. Like I did 2 videos today, and I barely cracked 200 views on both combined. That is unheard of. Normally, I could get at least 2,000 views, if not way more. Like I did it for example, I'll tell you another example. I did a video about the Microsoft closing the movie store, 5,000 views. Then all of a sudden I do this thing. By the way, we're gonna talk about WB games. We're done bitching about YouTube. But then I did the one, like I said, about WB games, and then I did the other one today about Helldivers 3 not being a thing. Not yet, anyway. Didn't even crack 100 views. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I'm like 7 or 8, 78 ink. Like 78 ink from 2.45. But I should have crossed that a month ago when they dropped the algorithm. I should have at least be at 3,000, 3,500, whatever. Or maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't fucking know. All I know is that it's clearly...
Get in there and fight, maggot!
It's clearly a problem. So, anyways, we're going to talk about... oh, let me get one more super chat here from Matt G again. Holy crap. This guy is out of control.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
He's saying, is there going to be a new Super Smash Brothers game? Yes, there will, but not for a very, very long time. That I know 100% for sure. It is not coming anytime soon. What they're going to continue to do is they're treating it as a live service game, which it kind of is. And what they're doing is they're going to continue to support it with different characters. They're bringing it over. They brought it over to the Switch too, and they're going to continue to support it through there. And what they're going to do after that, once they've exhausted all sources of income for the game, they will start development on a Super Smash Brothers 3 or whatever you want to call it. It's not going to be for a very long time. So I would expect it close to the end of the generation of the Switch 2, which literally just started this year. Oh, by the way, happy news about Switch 2. I bought the Elgato 4K capture card. By the way, that was another thing that thank you to the Super Chats and, of course, the channel memberships. Those were all... I utilized all that money to buy the 4K Elgato capture card as well. I've actually brought the Switch 2 is now in my studio here. So I've got the Xbox Series S, I have the Xbox Series S, I have the PS5 Pro, and I have the Switch 2 all here on the battle station. And then I have all of their cords all next to the Elgato. So now I can actually stream Switch 2 games if I want, and Xbox games. Because I was only doing PS5 games before, right? Because I was literally streaming directly off the PS5. But now that I've got the PC to handle it, I bought the Elgato 4K capture card. Now I can do all of it in HD. and stream. As you guys have seen, my streams have increased in quality tenfold, and that's all because of you guys. So it's pretty awesome. I really appreciate it. But anyways, Super Smash Brothers, dude, you're looking at least 5 years. At least 5 years. Go sub to Ion Storm's channel, man. That guy's working hard. He's doing his thing. He was on this show. He was on this very show. He was on MAGGcast with me. Yeah, 78 Inc. I will be doing Switch 2 games on here. Absolutely. Now that I've got everything connected, you should have seen me on my back with all the fucking cords all over me and shit. Spiders crawling on my head because I'm in the basement. You know, I'm like, fuck off. Where are the cats? The cats are supposed to be eating those things. And I'm hooking everything up, cleaned it all up. You should see the desk now. The desk is empty. I just got a keyboard and the monitors. That's it. Oh, sorry. And the 4K capture card in the corner. That's it. I got all this space now. You guys can't see it, but it's all there and it's beautiful. I mean, it's got a lot of room for me to put my booze. So it's all there. And then I got a separate table where I actually put my Volt 2. That's the audio interface that I utilize for this. And then and the microphone, of course. And then I've got the Switch 2, the Series X, the PS5 Pro, and then the Series S as well over there. So everything is off the table now. It's fantastic. I'm so happy. Oh, Aero Nation, listen, man. If you think you're going to beat my ass in Mario Kart Smoke, you 100% will, because I suck at it. But we could absolutely do that. We should do that one night. Because the good thing about Nintendo games is that they don't get old. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't get old. Like, Nintendo games are the kind of games where you're just like, you know, you like a year from now, you could play Mario Kart World and shit doesn't get old because the graphics are great, everything looks great. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's wonderful. So what we could do, thank you, Snow Dragon. Listen, man, we're approaching Canadian Fall. Canadian Fall means cowboy hats and lovely flannel shirts. Because listen, man, they ain't just cowboys in the South. There are a lot of cowboys up here, too. You go up to Calgary and you go up to like north of North Ontario and whatever else, and basically everywhere north in Canada, like outside of the major cities, they're all cowboys too. So we all get our flannel on and our cowboy's hat on. If you watch my new Cooking with Mag, my new Munching with Mag video, you see I'm wearing my cowboy hat, which I bought in Tennessee, of course. The only place I buy my cowboy hats are in Tennessee. Hey, Ion Stormy saying thanks to the new peeps that subbed to the channel. There you go, buddy. That's how we do it. We do it. We have to do this together. And we have to do it from the ground up. Like William Wallace took on England. There was only one way he did it. He did it with a group of his friends and then turned it into an army. That's the only way that we could sack York. That's the only way that we could defeat the Longshanks of Google. Scotland. My land. If they will not move out, we will breed them out. Starting immediately, we will implement Prima Nocte. Excellent idea, sire. Is it? So WB Games. Let's talk about it. So looks like, actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me get some more alcohol. Johnny Sin, like the porno actor? What are you talking about, Ghostbusters? It's a man-sized drink. Be right back. We got Heineken and vodka here. So we got cherry vodka. We got creamy fucking pints. We got pints of Heineken right here too. I had Stella, but my neighbor drank them all on Saturday. That's so funny. Ion Storm. There were rumblings of an Alien Isolation sequel, but I haven't heard anything myself personally. I have not heard anything. Okay, so let's get into the situation with WB. How fucking stupid are these guys? That's all I'm gonna say.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
What are these guys talking about? You have 2 failed live service games in a row, and your big fucking plan is to do a third one? You know what the problem with WB is? WB can't get out of their own way. They can't get out of their own way. David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, because they merged, right?
Get in there and fight, maggot!
And what is his focus? Live service games. WB is doing so well right now in Hollywood. They're crushing it right now. All the big movies of the summer are WB. Crushing it. Sorry, I sounded like Andrew Tate there for a moment. They're absolutely crushing it. Weapons was theirs, by the way. You know, so that's just one of like 6 movies that are profitable for them this year. They are actually the most successful Hollywood studio out of this year. Don't let those fuck faces at Disney tell you otherwise. They're a bunch of scumbag loser idiots that don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're like, oh, well, Lilo and Stitch made $1 billion. Ha, 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 ha. But 5 of your movies lost $100 million apiece. You're in the hole, Disney. The only thing keeping you afloat is your parks. Disneyland and Disney World are keeping you alive. Anyways, we're not going to get into Disney. WB. And I wanted to tie this in, obviously, into video games. Right? So, the word is that it's going to be a justice game. If you didn't see my video, which obviously a lot of people didn't see my video because of YouTube, I did a video today revealing that indeed it is actually...
Get in there and fight, maggot!
It's actually going to be a Justice Gang game. And this is why it's going to make sense. Go out and check out my video. I break down the whole thing, but I'll try to do it right here. Before I do that, I want to address 2 super chats here. One from the Grandpa Barbecue Gamer Cat. He is sending a $5 Australian, and he's saying, for all you working as a team and supporting other YouTubers and Zero Gaming Wars nonsense. Thank you so much for the support, my friend. Dude, you have been here from day one. You've been so supportive of myself and Colt Eastwood, and I can't thank you enough, man, for all your support and all your help. Grandpa Barbecue Game Cat from Australia, from down under. One day I'll get there. One day I'll get there. I mean, my dad used to live there. He lived there for 21 years in Melbourne, but I never got to be there myself. My cousin went there last year, and he actually was, he went to go hunt down my father's childhood home in Melbourne and found it. And by the way, little fun fact for everybody. You want to hear this? And this, I'm not bullshitting you guys. You'll never believe my dad in the old days when he was in Melbourne. My grandmother and my grandfather. No, my grandfather did not. My grandmother worked at a what the hell is it called? She used to run a laundromat, right? Or like a dry cleaning laundromat, whatever kind of thing. And my dad used to sit in the front because, you know, in those days you didn't have babysitters and all that shit. You dragged your kids with you and they just wandered the fucking streets. Hopefully you don't get kidnapped, right? So they just did that and whatever. My dad was always playing out in front. Well, guess who were customers all the time? And guess who my dad used to play in those days? I'm just gonna say it because, you know, now that we're called, now they use the term indigenous. But in those days in the 50s, they were called cowboys and Indians. Remember that? Little kids used to play dressed up as little things and this and that. Well, guess who my dad used to play with? You ready for this? The Angus Brothers from AC/DC. Can you believe that? My dad's like, yeah, I knew the Angus Brothers. And I'm like, what? Malcolm, Angus. Well, they weren't called the Angus brothers. I just called them that. I meant the Young, Angus Young. I meant the Young brothers. I just said the Angus brothers because I mean, immediately your thought goes to Angus, right? Malcolm and Angus Young. Yeah. Yeah. So my dad actually like used to play like, you know, cops and robbers, and in those days they used to call it cowboys and Indians in the 50s. And he used to play it with Malcolm and Angus Young. Fucking AC/DC. My dad. Angus! Angus! Can you believe that? How cool is that? And that was all in Australia. My dad lived there. Again, thank you, Grandpa Barbecue Game Cat. Matt G's dropping another $1.99 US, and he's saying WB needs to bring back Gotham City Imposters. You know what? That game was a lot of fun, Matt G. I really enjoyed that game. We're going to stay in the vein. We're going to stay in the vein of the WB talk to end the show tonight. We're not ending now. I'm just saying we're going to end the show on this topic. Yes, Matt G, absolutely. I thought Gotham City Imposters was a lot of fun. You know what? If you did like a free-to-play Gotham City Imposters, what's the harm in it? I mean, other than money. But if you do it well... You know when you do it? When James Gunn finally decides to recognize Robert Pattinson's Batman as the Batman. He's gonna have to. We'll get into that talk next week. We're gonna talk about James Gunn's DCEU next week and how it affects the video game industry for WB anyway specifically. We'll get into that. But right now, let's talk about that. We're not going to talk about Gotham City Imposters. I want them to bring it back, Matt G. But you know what? You know what's gonna take for that? They're going to have to cast a Batman, the side characters, Batgirl, what's his name? Bruce Wayne's son, Damon Wayne. There, whatever the fuck his name is, I can't remember his name. Oh, no. Ghostbusters, don't get it twisted, dude. I'm not saying that The Batman was a great movie. It was good, but it wasn't great. There were stupid things in that movie that pissed me off that took me out of the film. Yeah, 78 Inc. Yeah, Malcolm did pass away from Alzheimer's, unfortunately. Yeah, that was really sad. But hey, man, fuck, what are you going to do? We all got to go, right? At some time. Honestly, Ghostbusters, I know this is going to sound crazy to some people, but I think that Ben Affleck's Batman is one of the best Batmans out there. I think Zack Snyder did a fucking great job with Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne and Batman. He was awesome. Every part that if you can think of a better scene than the warehouse scene from Batman v Superman, I'll fucking sit here and wait. I'm done waiting. Because there is no better scene than the warehouse scene from Batman v Superman of Ben Affleck busting through the door when he's saving Martha.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Martha. Remember that? I'm not saying the movie was great, but god damn it, that scene was hot. Woo! That scene was hot. Damn it. Slamming that friggin' box into the dude with the batarang and shit. God damn it, that was amazing. Anyways, Gunler's saying Lizzo was Robin. Amazing. Before we get back into the WB, we've got Literal Table 756. What's up, Literal Table? How you doing, buddy? He sends a $6.99 super chat. He's saying, hey, man, in preparation for Black Ops 7, I'm trying to unlock the main quest reward operator skins. Just got the one for Terminus. 3 more to go. Dude, you got some grinding to do, boy.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
You got some grinding to
fight,
go.
Maggot!
Wow.
Welcome to hell!
Yeah, welcome to hell, dude.
Motherfucker!
Matt G with another $1.99 super chat. Holy shit, dude. Thank you so much. And he's saying the main guy from Reacher needs to be Batman. Yes. Oh, dude. If he was Batman, he wouldn't even be able to fit into a Batmobile. He's too fucking big. That guy is monstrous. Like, guys, look at me. All right? I ain't huge, but I bench press 200 pounds. That guy is like 5 times the size of me. He's a monster, but he would be a great Batman. I think so. Yeah, Tom Holland. Yeah, you know what they're going to do? Listen, if Disney was running... Let me tell you something right now. If Disney was running the DCEU, Pedro Pascal would be Batman. 100%.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
You know what I mean? They made Pedro Pascal is everybody now. We're working on a sequel to The Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. No. Just get Pedro Pascal. He checks all the boxes. Old J-Dog, you're not wrong. I know what they did with that Joker. Yeah, that was a problem. Jared Leto. Hey, listen, man. Jared Leto went for it. He went for it. It didn't really work out. Mostly because the movie sucked ass. Like, that Suicide Squad movie was fucking garbage. The James Gunn one was significantly better. However, let me tell you this, J-Dog. If you go back and watch the Justice League director, the Zack Snyder cut, fuck me, man. Jared Leto in that was terrifying as the Joker. Matt G, how do you know I'm not Batman? Hey, Top Gamer, you're still here, buddy. Awesome. Nice seeing you, brother. Yeah, all in TV. Pedro Pascal checked all the boxes in the name. Boxes in the name. Boxes in the name. I can listen to that clip over and over and over and over. Every time Jez plays it, and he plays it so much when he does the show. Like, I told Jez when I was, I actually did a show with Jez a couple of weeks ago. Not Jez Corden, by the way, the other Jez, Gaming Grindhouse Jez.
Welcome to hell.
And sorry, I'll get to that in a minute. I told Jez, I'm like, Jez, you play that fucking clip of Phil Spencer so much that I literally am brushing my teeth, making breakfast, driving to work, and I'm literally talking to myself going, boxes in the name, boxes in the name, boxes in the name. And Jez starts laughing, and I'm like, dude, it's ridiculous. No, Matt G, we can't have Vin Diesel as Batman because all he's going to do is talk about family. Family. We got Grandpa Barbecue Gamer Cat, a member for 2 months, and he's saying in the chat, he's a member chat, he's saying Pascal would insist on taking off the Batman mask. Yeah, no shit. You know what they would do? They would also do that stupid thing that like, oh, it's a nanotech mask, so it just pulls off when they talk, and then it just appears again when they stop talking. The fuck out of here. Iron Man was good when it was fucking Iron Man with a mask that went clink. Spider-Man is awesome when he pulls the mask down. Not that fucking cop-out bullshit of like, oh, well, it's nanotech, so it just goes whenever they talk. Get out of here with that horse shit. Yeah, Voyager 88, that's what I'm talking about. If you watch the Snyder Cut, by the way, I'm just getting back to J-Dog, what he was saying there. Yes, he did not do great as Jared Leto, but I gotta tell you this. Oh, fuck, 78 Inc. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, exactly. It's Iron Man, not Nano Man. You go back and watch the Snyder Cut. You watch the black and white. Like, even the ending. There's the ending, that whole ending that's in black and white, where it shows the post-apocalyptic world because Superman went all fucking injustice on everybody and started eye lasering everybody's fucking balls off. Go back and watch Jared Leto as the Joker in that. He was terrifying. It was awesome. If he did that instead of the nightclub Joker with the purple suit and the grills and shit, if he did what he did in the Snyder Cut, he would have been amazing. Because Leto is a great actor who can really get into a role, but what the problem was is that the movie around him sucked ass, and his choice for that movie was not good. If he had done that more terrifying, full straight length long hair. Like he looks like Calypso from Twisted Metal with like the long greasy like Snape hair. He was scary, man. It was awesome. I'm telling you, man. Go back and check that shit out. Anyways, let's get back to this WB situation. So it looks like WB's working on another live service game. And the word around the campfire is that it's actually a Justice Gang. Who cares? Justice Gang? But then the thing is, when you're thinking about it, when you look at it all logistically, nobody else is signed. And this game has already been worked on for quite some time, right? It's been a couple of years they've been already doing production on it and everything else. And as I say in the video, go watch the video. I'll give you the full breakdown of whatever, of my video about the WB thing situation. And I'm not doing that to peddle my fucking wares. I'm actually literally just saying it like, yo, go check out my video because I break it down in detail as to what they're saying. So James Gunn talked about it when he first started the DCEU, that everything would be streamlined from film, television, books, comic books, animation, and video games. They'll all be streamlined and all the stories will be canon. Therefore, that being the case, that everybody that plays a character in a movie, if they make a video game, it will be the same actors or actresses will play the same characters. Okay, so that's exactly what they're talking about here. So what they're getting on about is that this game, it's going to be a co-op game, and what's going to happen is, like I said, this is just a rumor right now. It's not confirmed fact, but the word is that the Justice Gang, there's 3 of them. You guys remember from the movie? There's the Green Lantern, okay? There's Hawk Girl, and there's Mr. Terrific, okay? There's 3 of them, but there needs to be 4 of them. You will be playing as the 4th character. You create your own character, and then you will be part of it. They will not be playable characters. They will be like NPCs of sorts, or they'll help out, or they'll make fun of you, or this and that, or whatever. And they're going to send you on all these missions, and they might just be there to help out or whatever. And that's the story. Okay? Now, when you want to play co-op of the game, it'll be you and and another person's, like, let's say Ion Storm has a character. Okay? And he created a character. It'll be my created character and your created character playing in the world together, and the Justice Gang will be doing their thing. Now, what lines up with this is, if you watched Peacemaker Season 2, which is all canon, right? Because James Gunn said it's all connected. Even Peacemaker is tied into the new Superman movie. In the first episode, they talk about what just happened in the Superman movie. So if you haven't seen the Superman movie, they're going to fucking spoil it. So you gotta make sure you saw Superman first before you watch Peacemaker, and on and on and on. In that first episode, I will not spoil the show, but in that first episode, what they talk about is that Peacemaker goes and applies. It's a really funny scene, actually. He goes and applies for the job.
Welcome to hell.
Okay, he applies for the job for the 4th member of the Justice Gang. And the Justice Gang is in the show. They're right there. They're sitting there like, behind glass, and they're kind of like, well, a couple of them are anyway. I'm not going to spoil any of that stuff, but and they're talking through a 2-way glass, or whatever the hell you call it, 1-way glass, I don't know, whatever. The one they use in the police station. And they talk about that, and they're talking about that, and it's, like I said, it's Peacemaker applying for the job. It's a really funny scene. So that's what the game is going to be based on. You're not going to be Peacemaker, but you're going to also be a candidate applying for that 4th position for the Justice Gang, and that's what the game's all about. Kind of cool premise. I get it. Understand. However, does anybody give a rat's fucking ass about the Justice Gang? They were okay in the movie. Like, Mr. Terrific was pretty cool. Hawk Girl was useless. Green Lantern was okay. He was all right. Like, he was pretty cool. He was okay. But, like, at the end of the day, are you going to plunk down $70 US, 100 Canadian dollars, 120 Australian dollars, 70 pound or euro? So you could be a member of the Justice Gang? Considering the last 2 games, Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad, and the way those games turned out, I don't know, bro. I think you got a really big uphill battle with this one. I am hearing word, though. It's not confirmed. But there's a possibility that the Arkham series may return to its proper form in the future. I wish they had figured that out 5 years ago instead of giving us Suicide Squad. They could have given us another Arkham game. Listen, I know how the series ended, Okay? You could have written your way out of it somehow. Hire one or two good writers to write yourself out of the corner you painted yourself into. And you could have figured it out. Voyager 88 actually just says the same thing. He says WB needs to make an Arkham Beyond. Well, I guess we'll find out. Well, it looks like Rocksteady is actually working on something. And it's not a live service game. However, WB Montreal is working on a live service game. And that was confirmed by David Zaslav. So that's not a rumor. That's fact. David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, has confirmed that as fact. We got 78 Inc., a member of 2 months, is sending a member chat, and he's saying, as a top-tier magazine, he's saying WB is also working on camouflage on Batman Arkham Shadow 2, MetaQuest 3. If you haven't played the first one, I recommend it. You know, funny you say that, 78 Inc., because I actually own a MetaQuest 3 that I got a little while ago. I got it on the cheap, and it came bundled with Batman Arkham Shadow. And the funny thing is, I got two of them. I've got a MetaQuest 2 and a MetaQuest 3. And my kids won't ever let me play the fucking thing because they're always on it playing some game called Gorilla Tag or some horse shit. I don't even know what it is. Steven 4XP is in the chat. I'm glad you made it at the 2-hour mark. Where the hell were you doing? Glad you can make it, brother. Steven 4XP. Everybody say hi to Steven. He's a good friend. We talk all the time. They canceled the Wonder Woman game because it was costing him too much money and it was going to take him too much time. 78 Inc., listen, dude, I want to play it so bad. I got two headsets sitting right over there, and I can never get to it because every time I get to the friggin' headset, those kids are playing Gorilla Tag. Do you guys know what Gorilla Tag is? I don't even know what the hell that shit is. They're always playing this bloody game. Gorilla Tag, like nonstop with this fucking game. Minecraft, and my son actually played Arkham Shadow. He finished it. But he was very, very quick to tell me how awesome it was. Instead of allowing me to play the game, he was telling me how great it was. Yeah. Steven 4XP is saying I was playing a game I didn't get to make it. Well, it's okay, you're here now. 78 Inc., can you confirm for me how long the game is, to be quite honest? Nate Dogg, what's up, dude? Fallout news is coming. I assure you. Keep steady. Keep rock steady. Yeah, Ghostbusters, that was funny. He's saying buy a new MetaQuest 3 with the super chats. Listen, my next purchase with those super chats, by the way, and then the member chats that you guys have all sent and gifted me, I'm actually going to be purchasing premium, what the hell is it called? Premium overlays for the channel. That's what's happening next. So, like, you know, like those starting soon things and all that shit. That's what I'm doing with that. Like, starting soon, be right back. Like, if I have to go take a piss, I can just, like, click on the thing and it'll put up, like, a, you know, the icon. I could do the thing that runs at the beginning of the show, you know, starting in 30 minutes and all that shit, so that I get that going, so that, like, you know, get the audience in there and whatever. So when I start the show, I don't just start blind going, hi! You know what I mean? Like, it's just not me just jumping in there. So I'm working on that. So that's the new purchase with the donations sent to the channel. I will be purchasing. And you know what the funny thing is? You're thinking, well, how much could an overlay cost? They're fucking expensive. I mean, you can upload like cheap ones, whatever, that people like post on like Streamlabs or OBS or like Discord and shit like that. But they're free for a reason. So like the premium ones are like really nice though, and very professional. So the Great Wah is in the chat. How you doing, buddy? Diamond Eyes. That's a great name. I love that. Hey, Mag, glad I caught the stream. Cooking videos are fire. Thank you, brother. Listen, man, I'm already working on my next cooking video. It'll be out in 2 weeks. Ion Storm is saying, Mag, I made mine on Canva. Listen, I could make mine on Canva too. I use Canva all the time for my single videos. However, because Canva is actually really good. If you guys haven't used it for like editing and everything else, it's really a fantastic program. If you upgrade to the premium, it's even better. But either way, no, the uploads that I'm looking for the overlays are very, very specific, and they're really, really like you know, like in the mood that I'm looking for. So like, you know, I gotta buy, but god damn it, they charge a lot of money for that shit. Yeah, so Diamond Eyes, I'm working on a new video. I'm not 100% certain how I'm going to pull this one off. The last one I did on the open fire. The other one before that I did literally on those, you know, the portable burners. By the way, someone asked me, they're like, why are you using portable burners? Well, I can't use the stove because the stove is up against the wall. So in order for that to happen, you would have to have a camera on the stove facing me, and that's stupid. It would look dumb. So I have an island in my kitchen, as you guys can see in the videos, a big wooden block oven. By the way, that wooden block was made by fucking hand. Made by hand and treated by me. I didn't make it by hand, but I treat it. I pour like the oil on it and shit, and then you rub the oil in it once a year into the wood and stuff like that and treat it. Yeah, so anyways, I use that big wooden island that I have, and that's my cooking station because I got the nice lights that hang down in the kitchen, and I do the cooking section right in the middle there. And it's wonderful. Nate Dogg, I do not know. Guys, help him out in the chat there. Go check out Nate Dogg's new comments. See if he can figure out what that... yeah, you know, he's not wrong. The ex-Rockstar, the former Rockstar guys are working on something, and I can't remember the name either. Oh, Grandpa Barbecue Game Cat, I can't tell you that yet. That's a surprise, my friend. That's a surprise. Oh, the Great Waz saying, I didn't know that you could cook bread directly on the ashes in a fire pit. Great survival tip. Actually, yes, you can. So what you do, I watch a lot of survival videos. So when the zombie apocalypse comes, anybody who's hanging out with me, you're going to fucking be golden. Golden. I can cook with anything. I can cook with sticks and dirt and turn it into a fucking banquet. You're going to live. The only problem is that I'm probably going to have sex with all the girls because we need to repopulate the planet, right? So I'm hogging all the chicks. So y'all going to have to just, you know, y'all going to have to just back off. But when it comes to the survival stuff, yes, like the Great Waz saying, you can actually take dough, like which I make dough. It's very simple to make dough. You can make dough super easy. It's literally just active yeast, water, sugar, and flour. That's it. You could literally toss it inside of a Ziploc bag and seal it, and then just shake the shit up, knead it with your hands outside of the Ziploc bag, like a big, you know, those big Ziploc bags, and you can just throw it in the corner and let it rise overnight. And you've got dough, just like that. Costs you nothing. Costs you literally pennies. And then you take that shit out, you rub it out, spread it out with your fingers, and you throw it directly onto the fire. Not the fire, excuse me. You take a portion of the fire. You take the ashes that are underneath them, not the ashes, the coals. You take the coals, you spread them out, as I did in my video, and you spread the coals out, and then you literally throw the dough right on there. Yes, all the coals will stick to the dough, but as soon as it starts to cook, it comes right off with your hand. And the cool thing is that the ash from the coals tastes exactly like flour. So when, like, you know when you get like a wood oven pizza and like you get like those little, like, you know, the little black bits on the bottom, not black bits, but like the little, you know, the black stains or whatever on the dough, and it tastes fantastic. And basically it's that cooked or burnt flour or whatever. It's the same flavor that comes out of the ash, and it's completely clean, sanitary, and healthy for you. There's no problem with that. So as you can see in my video, I literally tossed the dough directly onto the coals and cooked it. It was fantastic. Steven is asking me in the chat, he goes, Mag, do you think Forza Horizon 6 will be early next spring or next fall? Next fall. You won't see it before then. 78 Ink, what the hell happened? He goes, I burned my risotto balls last week. I got distracted. I didn't know they cooked that fast. Oh, they cook fast, dude. If you got oil on there, they cook in minutes. Like, literally, it's like seconds. You can mess that right up. Alex, just so you know, to answer that question, I have cooked over 150. I did a rough estimate, like, over my career, and I have cooked over 150,000 pizzas. I don't have the exact number, but that's the estimated number. Like, I just basically did, like, a rough estimate of, like, how many weeks I've worked and how many years I've worked, how many pizzas I made during like each week and whatever. And I just sort of guesstimated. So as it stands, I've cooked over 150,000 pizzas by myself. So hope that answers your question. But anyways, yes, I will be working on that new thing. But this week, I'm going to sign off, actually, guys. It's getting late over here. But it's been an incredible show. You guys have been absolutely unbelievable. So supportive, so incredible. You just like, it just blows my mind how this all has been happening. But I want to say I'm going to give an update of what's going on this week. I will be streaming more Kronos probably tomorrow. I know I told Colt, I was like, listen, Colt, you want to do a makeup? Or he reached out to me. He was kind of kicking around the idea about making a makeup XNC. That is still up in the air, so I'm not answering for him. I'm not really sure. If that doesn't happen, I will see if I can finish Kronos. Oh, yeah, there you go, Alex. I'm giving you the plans for the week. I'm going to be finishing Kronos this week, and then I'm going to have to juggle between finishing up Silent Hill 2 on the stream, and, of course, this Friday is 100% dedicated to Borderlands 4. There's no exceptions. Borderlands 4 is going to dominate the entire day and night Friday. Well, not the night, because the night I have to actually be somewhere with the family. But all morning and all day will be Borderlands 4. I will be streaming, and if anybody out there wants to come out and join me in the Borderlands, my wife will be working, my kids will be at school, so I'm here all solo. I don't know if Colt Eastwood's going to be hanging around. I'll find out. And then either way, if anybody wants to join me in the Borderlands, let's do it. How good is my pizza, Alex? It's the best. So if you guys want to join me in the Borderlands this Friday, come by and come find me. Come check me out. If you're on Xbox, you can find me. I am the Mag. It's all one word, all capitals on all systems. Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch 2. It's all the same. So you could find me there. Just add me, look for me, whatever. I will be online playing Borderlands 4. I'll be playing on the PS5 Pro, but I will be doing it solo. So if anybody wants to jump in there with me, top tier maggots, you guys get first choice. Top Gamer Pro, I don't know if you're buying the game, or anybody else out there, Grandpa Barbecue, or anybody else who wants to play, come join me. I will be playing Borderlands 4 all day on Friday, and I will be streaming the game. So we'll be doing that. Also Thursday, I will be, I'm a busy cat. Thursday, I will be releasing my marinated review of Kronos: The New Dawn. So that'll be that. After Friday, I will be taking a break for a few days, and then I will fire it up again on Monday with XNC. And then the rest of the week after that, it will be dominated by Borderlands 4. So I'm going to be playing that for pretty much the rest of the month. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. So everybody come join me. You know where you can find me. Mag, how can we eat your pizza? Well, nowhere right now, but you know what? You know what I'm going to do one day? I'll tell you this. When I hit a huge subscriber count, I'm talking huge, one of these days, I'm going to do what ACG does. And I'm going to have like a channel member party somewhere in the world. I don't know where. And I'll cook all the goddamn food myself. Pizzas, barbecue, beer, everything. Do it all myself. And then have a huge party. One of these days. I promise. One of these days. Alex, before I go. Of course 78 Inc. Of course you're going to be there. And he's saying, by the way, Meg, how you like a Kronos: The New Dawn? I'm on the fence. Alex, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. Yes, Great Wall, Cyberpunk is definitely worth playing, especially now. On that note, I got to get going, folks. But I want to say thank you to everybody, and thank you guys once again for all the support. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Absolutely incredible. So generous, so loving, so caring, so supportive, all of that jazz. And I'm not just saying that to, like, you know, lick your asses. I'm being dead serious, man. Because all that goes back right into this program. So that I could get new music, new cameras, new programs, new PCs, new everything. Make this better than it ever was. You know, be able to put all these fun, you see all these fun little things up here in the corner? All these super chat goals and membership goals and all that stuff. You know, put a player count, a viewer count in the corner. That shit costs money. It's crazy how you think about it. Everybody's like, no one thinks it's like, everybody thinks it just appears out of thin air. But what I do is that every penny that I get, I put into this to make it better. And I will continue to make it better. So anyways, everybody have yourself a wonderful night. Thank you guys for checking out MAGGcast. I really appreciate it. And honestly, I got to tell you, this is the highlight of my entire week. Yes, I love streaming games. I love doing XNC. XNC is amazing. I love it. And I got to tell you, man, doing this MAGGcast, just me by myself saying whatever the fuck I want, how I want, and this and that, it's just awesome. And having all you people here and supporting me and everything is just even better. I'm not drinking White Claws, Aero Nation. Calm down. Oh, Iron Storm, that's funny. All right, guys. Everybody have yourself a great day. We'll talk soon. Listen, you'll probably see me online tomorrow. I'm going to be playing Kronos The New Dawn. All right? I'm going to try and wrap up that game because we need to get that done before Borderlands. And don't forget, Alex, I did not forget, we still got to get to Silent Hill 2. We're gonna sneak in. We're going to sneak in Silent Hill 2 in between all of the Borderlands, okay? So we'll do that as well. Hey, we got a guy named Cock Chavez. He says Mag is awesome. Thank you so much. And I love your name, dude. All right, guys. Everyone have yourself a